My name is Elijah KARLO Sabadlan. I am back in British Columbia and I am working as a heritage consultant. I was involved with querying religion kind of on the side. I was actually at Ryerson starting my bachelor's in architectural science, and it was my friend who is involved with QR and mentioned that, oh, there's actually this group that's meeting every week or so at this cafe on Bloor Street. That must have been around 2009 or 10. I can't even really remember. I must say, like back then, like I was involved with the visual side of QR, and the intent there was to kind of have this unifying logo, or this logo that we use as a branding mechanism, and just have a very particular color scheme. To me, the green was kind of like a very neutral and very peaceful color. I have a green thumb, and so I try to associate it with growth. I think the green to me is a personal bias. I was going through some turbulent times at that time. My mom got diagnosed with breast cancer, which is actually the reason why I moved from BC back to Toronto. It was around that time that I was looking for communities, some group of friends that I can chat to about uncommon conversation about religion and sexuality. Future's Bakery was the place to be for those uncommon conversations. But it was a very different group back then. There were only about maybe 3 or 4 just sitting at this cafe and talking about what's going on, how are things. I'm Catholic. I think there were a couple of us that were Catholics and some that are also in a different Christian denomination. And so it's really nice to see all of those intersections, different lenses, backgrounds, ethnicities, but we're all queer. When we first started, it was a very intimate kind of group. It started getting much larger, which is great. The discussion groups went from 4 to 15 or 20. And from there, we started having these talks. And then after those talks would be facilitated discussions, almost always associated with dinner. It kind of reminds me just of our culture, both religious and tradition, where we share a meal and discuss. I mean, as a student, you try to go to these events. Like, it's always a plus to have free food after a long day. Regardless of the scale, I think the intent was to kind of figure out how spirituality and faith intersect with one's expression of their own self. It was something that I was craving for. It's like something that I would like to involve myself with. Kind of just having that connection, just getting to know them personally. And I think it was that connection that kept me going back. I think querying religion provides that space, that safe space, that generous space for people to actually converse, for people to feel safe, for people to feel welcome. The future of QR does not rely on the scale of its engagement. I think as a testament to how QR started, there is definitely a need for those intimate conversations. It's usually that intimate setting that allows for it to grow. In as much as there's so much progress in the past couple of years, I think there is no denying that religious queers or queers of faith still have a bad rep, because some people think that to believe in something is naive and childish. We have so much to say, but I think we also have a lot of listening. Querying religion has taught me how to listen better for that, and all of the uncommon conversations that I've had. I am very thankful. I have to say, though, actually, like, something that that I just remembered. I don't know if it's every summer. I think it is every summer that Ralph would open up his home and his backyard to have this barbecue. And I've been invited a couple of times. It was just that welcoming feeling, the unconditional love, I guess that they would say. I think that has a big impact on me because it's the space that people graciously and generously provide that makes some people feel at home. It's that welcoming with food, laughter, and that comfort that comes with someone telling you to come in, have a drink. It's like QR is home.